If I didn't believe that aliens were already here, I
Yeah.
would say this is the reason why the aliens aren't coming, because they're up there floating about in a spaceship, and they look down and go, "Should we go? Yeah, let's go. What they're doing at the minute? Oh, well, there's a bin man punching a naked cyclist off a bike.
Shall we come
Should
back and
leave,
check in 2,000
leave it.
years? See
Yeah,
what
leave it for a bit. We'll
leave
leave
it
it for a bit.
leave it. We'll come back a couple of thousand years.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's episode of WTAF. My name's Gareth. His name is
I just did the one eye thing. Sorry. I'm
Energy. Energy.
exasperated because the internet has been a right old ball bag yogurt pot bastard. My name's Richard.
Richard. Today's episode, if we get through it, is brought to you in association with Supreme CBD. Head over to supremecbd.uk, use the code WTAF, and you get 40% off everything, mate.
I like that. And you head over to iconic.com and you can see 6 years worth of content that we're making, and we're still here, half asleep, but we're getting there. Half asleep is a great name for a character in a Dickens play. What's going on in the world? What the Dickens is going on right now?
Well, it's bonkers, isn't it? There's lots of bonkers stuff to talk about, but I'm going to start off with one that's slightly more. Well, I say it's sort of light-hearted and upbeat. It does involve a middle-aged man being punched in the face, so that's not
Hilarious.
it's not great.
Yeah.
But
All right.
there's a video. I don't know if you've seen it, Rich. Right? There's a video of a naked cyclist, right? Who I say middle-aged. He's probably quite old, actually. To be fair, he's um he's not got the same skin elasticity that I imagine he had in his younger years.
Why is he naked?
Well, this is the point, Richard.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
he's naked and he's riding a bike through a residential area. The person behind him is filming, presumably going, "There's a naked man riding through a residential area."
I could use this later. Yeah.
And then with that, another bike comes flying past at speed and with one hand on the handle, leans across, smacks the guy clean in the face, and you see the guy fly off the bike and onto the pavement, which is going to hurt if you've got clothes on. It's seriously going to hurt if you haven't. Now, the question you've asked is why was he cycling naked through a residential area? And it's a bloody good question, Richard.
I'm a
The man
journalist.
on the second bicycle is of the assumption that he's a perv. So he's cycling through a residential area with his tackle out because he's a slightly less elastic, blobular nonce. Okay, that's his thought, and that thought has led him to the only thing you can do in that instance, which is punch him off his bike. However, it transpires that the naked man was in fact just doing a charity bike ride.
Oh,
So he was trying to raise some money
what for?
for I don't know who, clothes presumably. He was trying to raise some money, and so actually the second cyclist was bang out of order for smacking him clean in the face and knocking him off his bike. However, so this guy on the second bike, it turns out he's a bin man. So what he should have said is, "I was just putting out the trash." That's what he should have said. I'd have said that,
Yeah.
and in fact, I'm going to say he said that for the benefit of the story. But he's now had to apologise, obviously, for putting out the trash. But then I thought, and I asked Charlotte this question as well because she sent me the story. But even if he is doing a charity bike ride, he's still a naked man on a bike. And so if I'm walking down the street, because it's broad daylight, if I'm walking down that residential street with my two children and they go, "Look, Daddy, a worm
On a bike.
on a bike," I'm not overly impressed by that. I'm not taking, "Oh, say it's a charity bike ride. Oh, okay, don't worry about it." I don't think I'm taking that as an excuse. I
That's
think I'm
charity
thinking,
penis there, Laura.
yeah,
That's a charity penis.
whether that penis is raising money for MenCap
It's
or
raising
for
something.
fucking age concern or whatever is irrelevant to the fact that
Age
my kids have
concern.
just had to see your pecker, mate. I'm not sure I'm happy about it
He's
because
running money.
surely,
He's raising money for age concern. Let's tell you.
well, that's what anyone could have done. Epstein could have just said, "No, it's a charity. It was
Charity
a
nonsense.
yeah, it was a charity blackmail operation. I was raising money for, yeah, I don't know, fucking British Heart Foundation."
Or Trump. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's wow. So, but I don't. Surely someone's gone. Like, you know, the list you go down when you do like a charity run, and it says the things that you criteria.
It's quite
Where has he got this one? And has he gone to Macmillan and gone? And at the very bottom, oh, you got to do it start bollock naked as well.
well. That's the thing. Is he? Is it at a point where he's at such an age where he's basically gone? If I'm going to raise money, they're going to expect me to do like me and Jay did, like 200 miles. I can't do 200 miles, but I can do 4 miles with my cock and balls out.
Mm.
Let me show you this because it's going to save you having to. Can you see him? There he is,
Oh, I
just
can,
cycling
yeah.
along. Bosh, see you later.
Wow, that's a
See
proper
you later. Let's
takeout.
watch it again.
And who's this other one with the flag?
The flag is the
Oh, the
nonce.
flag's him.
Sorry,
Oh, he's
sorry, the charity guy.
oh, he's got a flag there. Where's that
Bin
flag
man,
been?
bosh.
Oh, the big man took him out.
Bin man's taking him out,
What a
taking out the
day!
chairs.
What a day! Did he have a
What?
helmet on?
There was a helmet in shot. Yeah, fucking Grey's on it now.
Grey's Anatomy.
You got. I mean, I.
Strange planet.
It's a strange planet, mate. Like you would hope that even if he's well-meaning and he's not a weirdo, and he is like, John, I really want to raise some money. It's really important. I want to leave a legacy. That he's got a grandkid that goes, Granddad. Like
Yeah,
I love what you're doing, and I respect it, and I love the big green flag that you want to put on the bike. I think that's awesome.
the one that looks a little bit like Hamas flag.
But what I'd say is, I don't know, even if it's just a mankini or like a
Yeah,
pair of budgie smugglers or something, I'd put something on, Granddad, because
laws.
that's not going to be comfortable on the seat anyway. Like when I did the cycle, I had to wear 2 pairs of padded shorts, and my ass still felt like I'd been behind a pillar in D-wing. So God knows what he must be, naked. Well, now he's in, yeah, I don't know. Strange planet. I think
So,
is
so hang on a
what I
minute.
felt.
So there'll be a guy that's in probably going to get done for GBH for punching a naked man who had his dick out on a bike that was doing a bike ride. Imagine a charity bike ride imagine being the judge at that court. I don't really know what to do with this one.
Well, I mean, if I
So,
didn't believe that aliens were already here, I
yeah.
would say this is the reason why the aliens aren't coming because they're up there floating about in a spaceship, and they look down and go, "Should we go? Yeah, let's go. What they doing at the minute? Oh, well, there's a bin man punching a naked cyclist off a bike.
Shall we come
Should
back and
leave,
check in 2,000
leave it.
years? See
Yeah,
what the
leave it for a bit. We'll
leave
leave
it.
it for a bit.
Leave it. We'll come back a couple of thousand years. Once we send one of our ones down, who dicks around for a bit, and then comes back up here in the spaceship because they're not ready. Clearly,
I don't think they're ready. But that did make me laugh. And
that's great.
what also made me laugh was the headline. The headline: Bin man punches charity cyclist. So the guy on the second bike is defined by his job.
Yeah, the first one sounds like yeah, sounds like an all good, decent match because they've missed out the crucial point there, haven't they? Really, which is that the man on the front is stark bollock naked. So really, that
Yeah,
just sounds like this guy's hates his job and he's just punched out a charity cyclist because he's not a nice person. They missed out pretty much all of the crucial
but
information there.
yeah, and also it's sort of not relevant that he's a bin man. Like if it's a politician, if it's like Prince Charles punches charity cyclist, then people go, oh my God, geez, that's crazy. Or a politician, wow, an elected official punching someone in the street, like that Labour guy did. Oh mate, that's
Yeah,
bin man.
yeah. What's it got to do with his job?
Doesn't really matter, does it?
No, no. What? Also, why is a bin man on a bike? I mean, he obviously wasn't at work at the time because that's a fucking job, isn't it? Can I not have a truck like the rest of them?
No, you've got to do it on your bike, mate. But that's a good point though. So he's not even on duty. It would be relevant, I guess, if they're like emptying the bins and he turns around and he goes, "Oh my God, there's a,"
Nonsense.
cracks him off a bike. Then you
Yeah.
go, "Oh mate, yeah, it's relevant that he's a bin man." But he's on a bike, so he's probably on his way home from work. It's not relevant, is it?
This planet's just, there's no point, is there? Like, I know that we're getting older doing this, and sometimes I just think, why is Ronaldo in the White House?
Yeah, Yeah, why is Ronaldo in the White House? Especially as someone that's so vocal in their support for Palestinians and has been for the entirety of his career. I find it weird.
Allegedly. But then I find that some of that isn't actually credited to him. But he does speak out about children in Syria. So why? I mean, unless this isn't really Ronaldo and this is some sort of clone, why
Don't
are
start
you?
that.
Yeah, well, fuck it. It's
Fucking
out
hell.
there now, isn't it? Why is he in the White House with a genocidal Fruit Loop maniac who's just paid for children to be blown up in Palestine whilst holding a key to the White House? I know it's not the real key to the White House. It opens the
No idea what.
dungeons underneath, like it does in Whitehall with the Pindar base. It's what the fuck. I mean, I think he's just. Well, first thing when I saw it, I thought I really don't like you. The other one is I bet he's annoyed he didn't get a gold pager.
I'm assuming it's related to the World Cup, is it? Because the World Cup next year, isn't it? Or yeah, next year in the USA. So I'm assuming they've gone right. Who's the most famous footballer on the planet? Also, didn't he just have Bin Salman there?
We just had
He
the
had,
Binman. The Binman was
he had
on the.
Mohammed bin Salman punched a naked cyclist and then went to the White House. But obviously, Ronaldo is the poster boy for Saudi Arabia, isn't he now? He plays out in Saudi Arabia and he's like the poster boy of the country. So
Oh yeah, they're taking over everything. These
they
Saudis,
are, mate. Yeah,
like even
yeah,
the wrestling's owned by them now. I can't even enjoy the wrestling. They won't
yeah.
even let the women.
Boxing is.
Women have to just fully cover. What's the point of me watching wrestling? They let the men run around in their pants, but the women, who are usually quite well put together, some of them, um, now have to cover up. So really, I'm just watching men in their pants now with no real benefit to me other than why you're watching wrestling in your mid 40s. Well, I mean, now I don't like it because it's all Saudi controlled. Like, it's really
Yeah.
weird. It's really weird.
Boxing is as well.
Bat
Boxing is. But
boxing. Yep.
is it about trying to catch gay people though? So obviously, gay
Didn't expect that. Yep.
homosexuality is illegal in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, is
So
it?
when the wrestling, yeah, so when
Okay,
the
good to
wrestling
know.
comes, it's like we'll cover the women up.
So you get a
What
boner.
about the men? No, let them wear their little tiny pants and have
Yeah.
their like fucking oiled up bodies out. Because I want to know who's looking at that.
Yep. I don't
So
know.
if someone gets excited, then that's it. Right, off with his hands.
Well, that's it. That's a good point. It's reverse psychology because the women usually they're covered up, but they're wearing latex, which is a bit sexy. Screeches. It does that squelchy noise though. Don't like that. That's like trying to get something out of an Amazon package that's too. The box is way too big for the thing, so they've shoved loads of that popping stuff in there. It's that sound.
My
I'm not
kids love
keen on
that
that.
stuff.
Yeah, my
They
kids love
love
that
that
stuff.
popping
I
stuff.
kind of like it too as well.
Well,
Um,
they ruin it now because they have big ones. Have you seen them? You used to get
mm,
the little ones, and you could just like dead therapeutic, just pop loads of them. And then they got bigger. Now they're like that big,
just
which is
smash
great in the
faces.
sense that it makes a massive bang.
Yeah.
But then it's done. It's peaked early, isn't it? It's like
Yeah,
bosh,
it's
done.
peaked early. So Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, Christopher, and Georgina, that's his girlfriend, who apparently was a waitress or something,
In a
with
cocktail bar.
with President Trump in the Oval Office, which is a vagina. Is and at the White House. So they're all what? But Ronaldo knows that this guy has just funded a genocide where kids have got their limbs blown off. Why are you there? Like how corrupt is this entire organization of being famous that he would turn up there smiling, knowing that this guy has just paid for kids to be blown up. I don't.
Yeah,
Where
I
does it
mean,
stop?
I sort of had a bit more respect for Ronaldo for a couple of things. Like he has spoken up
I
for
did.
Palestinians and stuff like that, right? And what I liked as well at the last was it the last Euros? I think it was the last Euros. Anyway, it was sponsored by Coca Cola, and so they come out for the press conference, and all the players have got the Coca Cola in front of them, obviously that they're drinking, but clearly not drinking. And he moved his bottles away and went, no, I don't want them, and then put some water. And there was a bit of uproar and like, oh my God, they've paid all this money to sponsor it, and he won't be associated with Coca
Didn't want
Cola.
that.
And I thought, well, that's cool. I like that because he's not drinking that shit, and he shouldn't be promoting that shit either. So that's good. So I thought that was cool. Um, but now he's in the fanny office, and you think, all right.
He's in the fanny office and next to the man that blew up kids, and I don't.
Yeah,
You can
and
do
they're
whatever you
continuing to
like.
do it. I don't know if you've seen the
Exactly.
footage over the last 24 hours, mate. Fuck me. I saw things last night that even after 2 years of it, mate, kids taking their last breaths, toddlers in
I know.
hospitals, and it's like,
How could you stand in
fuck
the
off.
office with him? I would be refused to be photographed anywhere near him. Like anywhere near him. He's a
Yeah,
genocidal Fruit Loop. And
he
I
is. He's a
don't,
big orange goblin.
but why is he standing there next to him? I don't get it.
Oh, because he's a sellout bitch like the rest of them, I guess. That's the long and short of it. Just because you're very good at kicking a bag of wind in the net doesn't mean you're not a douche.
Well, exactly. It's just a game at the end of the day. You're literally kicking a bag of wind around. Well, I enjoy watching people kick a bag of wind around, but
I do.
you're not, you're not saving the world.
But
Literally,
as
it's
long as
sad.
you identify it for what it is, it's some very talented, physically talented, and to be fair, mentally resilient, talented men and women kicking balls into a net. But that's what it is, and
And
it's
Annette
cool.
ain't
But
happy about it either. She's
Annette's
fucking
livid,
annoyed.
mate. Annette's
Absolutely
well, that's
livid. She has
that's
enough
David
balls.
Curtin's wife, isn't it? I said that to Charlotte in the office when David was coming on the show like a few months back. I was saying, is his wife Annette coming? And she was like, what? So she didn't know where I was going with it. I was like, no, she's cool. And then obviously because Charlotte's dead quick, she's like, oh fuck off.
She got it there. I've got another Ronaldo one. Let's get it out of the way, I suppose.
Go
Oh,
on.
actually, no, we'll come back to it in a minute. Let's come back to it. We'll do one each, one in, one out.
Okay, well, we've got to be quick because the Russians are coming. Have you seen that?
Speedy.
They've got a Russian spy boat in the north of Scotland. It's not in UK waters, but it's lurking nearby.
It's a shit spy
Lurking
boat, if you know about it, mate.
exactly, and lurking is clearly a part of the government press release because every media outlet has used the term lurking. Because I was saying this on trending this morning, like no one lurks in a good way. There's no
I,
way they're going, oh no, no, he's all right, he's just lurking.
when I used to been back in my drinking days, there was a lot of lurking going on. A lot of lurking.
There was, the, yeah,
Sounds Russian.
lurking. So yeah, like so the Russians are coming, and I looked at it and I was like, fucking hell. Like they're talking about it being a boat that can send out submarines to destroy underwater cables to destroy our infrastructure. And you're like, okay, well, yeah, here comes the cyber pandemic, whatever bollocks. All right, fine. Um, but it did make me laugh because it's like they were talking about, Russia. Is Britain prepared for if Russia wanted to invade? And you're like, if Russia wanted to invade, they'd stick the Red Army in a fucking dinghy in Calais, mate, and they'd be in the Holiday Inn within 48 hours,
Yeah.
having a debrief.
And what do you mean, are we ready? I've got half a banana here to finish, and I'm having a hot chocolate. So what are you up?
I'm not ready.
No.
No. There's a bottle of water here that's not mine. Don't know why that's there. And then
No.
there's a bottle of water that's fizzy and is mine, and that I know why that's there because I
But we're
put it
not
there.
ready.
I'm ready for an invasion.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
But
Give us a
we
minute.
are apparently, and the where he is, bloke in a suit, was going. This is a message to Putin. Fuck me, I bet he's terrified, mate. John Healy, that was his name. Yeah, we see you, we know what you're up to, and we have options on the table to retaliate. And you're like, what are the options on the
Like
table, mate?
cheese. Different types
What are
of
the
cheese.
options on the table? Yeah, got a double Gloucester, mate. Oh, okay, best of luck. Fucking idiots. Honestly, it's so embarrassing. And even the Russians came out and were like, Britain's got this real dead aggressive rhetoric towards us. It's like, yeah, they have. Yeah, it's
Or
ridiculous.
we haven't. I quite like you. I actually quite find you
Yeah, I
amusing.
couldn't give a shit.
Couldn't give a
I
shit,
couldn't give a
mate.
shit.
I think
Talking very
well
nice of
done.
you.
It's always cold. Whatever movie I watch, you lot are in, always freezing. I'm sure it's not cold all year round. I'm sure it's just to get it seem like you're cold inside and all of that stuff and the Cold War and all that. I'm sure you're quite nice people. I find you hilarious, and some of your women are less beardy than the
Well,
others.
think about it, like in terms of the because everything's predictive programming, isn't it? So it's kind of they keep putting these stories out about the Russians. They have done for the fucking 20 years, so that when something happens that they plan themselves, they can blame it on the Russians, and everyone goes, "Oh yeah, fucking yeah." It's all planted there, isn't it?
Mm.
That they're the bad guys, and you think they've been doing that for how long? Look at the Rocky films. Dolph Lundgren. It's always the Russian that's the baddie. James Bond. It's always the Russian. I
Yeah,
can't think of a
Chinese or Russian
yeah.
communism.
Yeah, I can't think of a positive Russian character ever portrayed in Western
I can.
film.
No, I can't
They don't
actually.
exist. They're always the bad guy. Even when what's his face? Cracker. What's his name? Big lad, dead now, Scottish.
Oh, I know what you
Hagrid.
mean. Yeah.
Fuck. Even when he was in the films, the James Bond films, and he was assisting James Bond, he was a double agent and a wrong 'un.
Yeah.
And it's like, so even when the Russian is helping, he's still a bastard.
Because
Oh mate, what's his name?
it's
What is
the
his name? What's
Red
going to do my head in?
Army. Bad. Red. Red is bad. Red is bad.
Begins with C. His surname
Coltrane.
begins with C. Coltrane,
Coltrane.
Robbie Coltrane. What up,
That's
mate?
it. Yeah.
Oh, that was
I
a
only
bugger.
got that because I was thinking of a train with lots of coal on it.
Loads of coal in it. Yeah,
Got
yeah.
it.
Steam engine, my favourite.
Yep. Um. Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's always going to be the
Yeah, of
Russians, and then Putin's in the Habad gaggle anyway with
course he
Trump
is.
and the rest of them. So of
He
course
was a
he's
World
just
Economic Forum young global leader as
he
well. They
was,
took it
yeah.
off the website because it
I
became a
can
bit obvious, but he was.
I can never think of Putin being young. Have you seen the picture of him when he's a boy? He looks like, the kid that got his lunch money stolen, bless him.
He
Which I
looks like
think he
Macaulay
was.
Culkin in Home Alone, but
Oh,
with a bigger
imagine
nose.
leaving Putin home alone. Fuck me. Did you come back? What would be going on there? Wouldn't want to break into that house,
Fuck
Russians.
me, he'd get the KGB on you, wouldn't he?
So from Russians to, or just back to the speedy pace of Ronaldo. This made me laugh. Obviously, they're all trying to. I just think how stupid they must think they are, but this really did make me laugh. This is like when your mate doesn't know anything about a subject but wants to sound cool. Elon Musk. I was a huge Manchester United fan. I
Yes.
still remember when Cristiano won us the UCL. He's truly the GOAT. Well, baffle it. Like it's when your mate pretends to like something just to hang out with the cool kids, but has no idea. So they kind of drop all the information they've learnt from Wikipedia in verbatim. So,
I
oh,
mean,
the
he, mi-
UCL, UCL.
he missed a penalty in the shootout in the final against Chelsea.
I don't know. I'm not going
I
to say I
mean,
don't know.
yeah. So he scored a goal, didn't he, to make it 1-1, I think, and it was 1-1 with Chelsea. But then he missed a penalty in the shootout. So I think it's a reach to say he won it for him. But yeah, but Musk obviously is a big fan. Die hard, isn't he? Got a United flag, red devil tattoo on his chest.
Well, he
Baphomet.
has, but it has nothing to do with Manchester United. You still there?
I'm here, mate.
Right, I just shot you off the screen for some reason. Let's carry on. This is tech fucking heaven. This is.
Horror show. Right, let's go from because I was going to go into the Mossad, but let's not go there for a minute. Let's go for Palestine action. Right.
Come
So
on.
this is we're talking about with Russia like demonization and stuff. See, they're doing the same with Iran, aren't they? So with Palestine action, the now prescribed terrorist group, which are basically just a protest group that don't like kids being blown up. There was a link that the Home Office put forward between Palestine Action and Iran. So they say that Iran's funding terrorism with the Houthis in Yemen, with Hezbollah in Lebanon, and they were funding through proxies Palestine Action. So that was part of the reason why they put that evidence forward to there wasn't any evidence, but they put that forward to MPs when they voted on Palestine Action being designated a terrorist organization, right? Then the Home Office denied that they had any knowledge of any connection between Palestine Action and Iran. But Yvette Cooper, who was the head of the Home Office, Home Secretary at the time, had said on record that they had found connections between. So it's like, okay, so one of you's lying then. But anyway, it was all over the media, the fact that Iran was funding Palestine Action, which obviously led to the vote against them and all that sort of stuff. Well, it transpires that story was planted in the UK media by an agency, by a PR company, whose main client is Elbit Systems, which is the Israeli weapons manufacturer that Palestine Action were protesting against and shutting the facilities of. It's unreal, isn't it? Well, it's not
Yeah.
unreal. It's. Do you know what I mean? It's Thursday, but the fact that they can be, and because they're so stupid, someone from that PR company was bragging about it within earshot of someone from Private Eye, who then obviously chased the story. And then they went to that company, I can't remember what they're called now. They denied it, and it's like, well, your horse is bolted, bruv.
Yeah.
And then they went to the Home Office, who then once again reiterated their stance, which is they have no knowledge of any connection between Palestine Action and Iran, well, in which case, why was the Home Secretary at the time of the vote telling members of Parliament that there was one? Do you know what I mean? It's like fucking hell, mate.
It's you know what it is? It's like a technique that they use is to lie to get it across the goal line. And once it's across the goal line, they don't care that if it, in next week's show that they come out that they were talking crap. The goals, it's in the history books now. That's what they just do. They'll just lie until, because people won't remember that it was a lie because they won't bother doing that bit. They'll just stop to let it go at terrorist group. So they'll just lie about everything, anything,
Yeah, that's what they do, mate.
blatant.
It's mad. And actually, I'll quickly tie this next story in because it fits. So, have you seen that the Mossad have come out and said, we don't normally talk out public, but we're going to let you know we've been foiling Hamas terror plots all over Europe. And
Tinfoiling.
yeah, and Hamas were basically preparing to commit acts of terror in Germany and Austria and elsewhere, but we foiled it for you, Europe. We've stopped it. So,
How do you know about that, Mossad? Because we share an office. Because
well, that's the point. That obviously the two of them are intrinsically linked, but at the same time, we even said that that's what they pull because we're talking about this false flag season that they're going to try and fucking terrify people into accepting dystopia and all that sort of shit. But what better way to do it than blame it on a Palestinian? Because then you get two birds, one stone. Like you
yeah,
can vilify the Palestinians, you get more sympathy for the Israelis. You can act if you claim to foil the terror plots. You can claim to suddenly be a hero, and therefore we need to see. This is why we have to support them. They save us. They keep us safe. Oh yeah, all right, mate.
it's the same, but and you can blame it on the Arabs as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, they have. They've blamed it on Qatar and Turkey. Apparently, they're saying the Turks are involved, and you're like, oh, you're just moving those chess pieces about a bit more, are you? Okay,
It's the same old nonsense, and all
same
of this
nonsense, mate.
Saudi royals that are over in White House now, not the real Saudi royals, they're Ashkenazi, Sabbateans, they're all the bloody same. It's so obvious.
They're Donmar, aren't they? The
Donmar.
Donmar.
Yeah, the Donmar. This guy, so have you seen all of that kicking off in Dearborn?
No,
Great
go
name.
on.
Dearborn. I think it's Michigan, where
Right.
there's there were some protesters against some Sharia law against Muslims, and they're all kicking off against each other, and it's clearly been designed to actually, you know, foster up hate towards the Muslim faith and Sharia law and getting all of this stuff. I don't know because it's my timeline's been programmed with this nonsense. It's all of this. Should we need to ban um, the Muslim faith, Islam, everywhere, all over the world. I'm just getting that
That'll
constantly.
go well.
Yeah. So this guy, Jake Lang, who's one of the main guys who's there just saying, oh no, I've been attacked by someone and it's the Islamic faith is bad. It's all kicking off over there. He's there seeing, what do you think he's done in the past?
Burned a Quran,
No, but he probably has
licked
actually.
the wall.
He licked the wall.
Of course,
He
he licked the
licked the
wall.
wall. Jake Lang, the
That should
Jewish
just stop.
Zionist behind the Dearborn civil unrest. So he's just fostering up nonsense there. And he's there with his little Israeli flag on with the star of Remfan on it, with the hexagon in the middle, a little portal. And they're licking the wall. He's done a lick of the wall as well. Like, do they
Love it.
think that that wall is some sort of portal? Like a
I don't know
veil?
what they think it
Like
is.
if they
Fucking
lick it enough,
Twister.
they'll
Fan,
go through it. Like they'll lick a
maybe.
hole through it, and then they'll go straight back into whatever dystopian land they want to come from. So yeah, he's I don't know. Yeah, it's called Dearborn in Michigan. It's all been kicking off over the last few days. That's all I've been getting. But
Really, I've not been getting that.
well, that's interesting, isn't it? Because that's direct proof. We're on the same platform, we look at the same things, but you're getting a completely different worldview than I'm getting, and we look at the same, pretty much same subjects. So
Yeah,
everyone's getting fed completely different mixed worldviews. It's total chaos.
I think they just try and show you stuff that pisses you off. Like I get Julie
Yeah.
Hartley Brewer on my timeline all the time, and I don't engage with her, and I don't fucking follow her. She's a twat, but an evil actually,
Yeah.
evil wench. But she shows up all the time. I think it's just the X algorithm's way of just poking me in the face and going, get annoyed, go
Yeah,
on.
no, it's
And
everyone.
occasionally
It's
I
a
will
loose
bite.
machine. Yeah, it's a loose machine.
Of course it is.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's just trying to put pressure points on everybody. All I get is Elon Musk, Saudi Arabia, Donald Trump doing something dickhead, dickish in the
Oh yeah.
fanny office, them licking the wall. And it can't be like, because when you go out and speak to people, most people out in the world ain't got a bloody clue that any of this is going on. Not
No,
sausage.
that's the thing. Like this whole Epstein thing's everywhere, isn't it? And it's such a joke now. He's flip flopped again
Yeah,
about releasing the files, but they'll be massively redacted. You know, of course they will. They're not, and they've even admitted that. Speaker Johnson said that it's like, in the interest of national security. That's not national security. It's in the interest of paedophiles and blackmailers, mate. That's why
yeah.
they'll give you a few little bits of they'll give you low lying fruit. Do you know what I mean? But what I did find funny in some of the releases of the emails is that Epstein's praising Tommy Robinson, isn't he? Did you see that one?
I saw a glimmer of that. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, which is quite obvious because Mossad basically are connected to Epstein. He's working for Mossad, so he loves obviously any vilification of Muslims because that's what Israel wants and that's who he worked for. And you've got Tommy Robinson doing exactly that whilst licking the wall. So
Hmm.
of course, Epstein's he's going to be right up Epstein Street.
Yeah,
But I
that
just
sounds
found
like a
that funny.
fucking nightmare
So,
on Epstein Street.
well, there's been no, like, there've been no comment from because this is the thing, isn't it? Like, it's not even like he's not saying like that they were, on the island together or any of that bullshit. It's nothing to do with that. It was an email to Steve Bannon, I think, going nice one for getting Tommy Robinson on, like on his show and stuff. And you're like, if I'm looking at it and I'm going right, so I follow this guy, I believe in him. He's going to be the future of the UK or whatever bullshit. He's the media now, and then you've got someone like Jeffrey Epstein who loves him. Then you're like, am I am I on the right road here? In the same way that if I'm backing someone, I'm going, right, this guy is fucking great. I'm gonna travel across the world to go to a protest for this guy. And then Tony Blair comes out and it's like, nice one. Then I'm going, hang on, I'm aligned with Tony Blair here.
Yeah,
I need to rethink this.
yeah.
I wonder how many people look at that and go, well, actually, if someone like Jeffrey Epstein thinks he's the dog's nuts, maybe he's not the dog's nuts.
I genuinely think that if they made a big deal of it, yeah, it would. But also, these people are so involved and invested in this nonsense, this Britain first bollocks, that that he's the little saviour over this side at the moment until he doesn't steps out of line and they bang him back up in prison. Bless him. I mean, I don't. He's just a here today, gone tomorrow. He's done so many horrible like stuff that he's probably ashamed of that they've got footage of that he's got no option to go along with it now. And what a life! What a fucking pointless
Well,
life.
I think, to be honest, it's like when the people want a hero, we'll give them one, and that's the thing, isn't it? I think there is a very real movement of genuine people that are looking at the UK and the
Yeah,
states
of
here
course. They
and
always take
going,
something
I
genuine. Yeah.
want to fucking do something about this because this is shit. This is bullshit. And it's a dangerous place. It's not the place, I'm not that old, same age as you, but
Mm.
it's not the place I grew up in, far from it. You know, I would love to take my kids to London to go and see the sights. Not a fucking chance, mate. And so, and I'm not someone that lives in fear, but I also don't put myself and certainly my kids in dangerous situations. It's a shithole.
Yeah.
And so I can understand that. So then what you do is you give them the hero as well. And it just turns out that the hero works for the same fucking agents as the other side.
Yeah. What's the common denominator between them all? Israel. And it's not the Israeli people, and it's not the Jewish
Well,
people. It's
some of them.
some of them, yeah, of course it
Yeah.
is. But really, what then you come to the kind of like the argument of what makes someone Jewish, what makes someone Israeli, you know what I mean? What's the fundamentals? When you really look at all of it, what they've got running through them is inversion and Sabbateanism, taking over something and hiding within the shell of using something else as a shield for your actions. And all their actions come back to this biblical nonsense, all this bloody Jerusalem bollocks. And it's
Yeah.
just pathetic, really. It really, really is. But people will fall for it because most people haven't got a clue that this is what you're seeing with the Saudi royals now. So you've got Elon Musk here has announced today that XAI will be building a 500 megawatt
Mega what?
data center with Saudi Arabia in partnership with Nvidia. With them chips, isn't it? That goes is the cobalt that's mined by kids in South Africa or something like that.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah.
Um, which
Nice life for the kids.
yeah, exactly. So 500 million data center with the Saudi royals, Musk's in there with it. I mean, they're not the Saudi royals. These are the Sabbateans. They're the same Sabbateans that run Israel, the same ones that run this messianic crap, the same ones that run the UK government. So you're not looking at different things here. You're looking at different badges on the same football team. That's the point. That's why. But now they're coming out of the shadows. These guys, yeah, 500 megawatts. So this is to link in with the Saudi Arabian. Remember, I spoke about the Neom megacity that's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right in south. That is your basically. Oh, we have to put these Palestinians somewhere, aren't we? Stick them in the Neom megacity. Experiment on them, see how it goes. That's what this is all going to be linked into, this Neo Megacity, because that's a project of the Prince, whatever his name is, Saudi
Salmon,
Nassid,
bone, bone crusher, bone chopper.
that guy. Um, is he the one that was holding up the two heads? I get more mixed up.
No, that's the Syrian fucking Jelani, who's now called something else.
So he was in the White House as well a few weeks ago, wasn't he?
Oh, of course he was. Yeah, he's the one that was a terrorist with a bounty of 200 million on his head, and then had a beard trim and bought a suit, and now he's a mate of them.
Oh, in the fanny office.
That's
It's
all it meant.
just so obvious. But what's really interesting now, and people want to wake up to, is that these guys are coming together quite obviously and openly now. Um,
Yeah,
People just haven't got the understanding of what they are because they still see them as different components coming together, as opposed to the same component revealing itself.
exactly. Well, AI, fucking Musk has been saying it's going to cure poverty, isn't he, this week as well?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
by taking jobs.
yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Because you said it was a danger to humanity. Now it's going to cure poverty, which is amazing because you've got Bill Gates, who's supposed to be the polar opposite to you, going around saying how digital ID and that technology is going to cure poverty. You're like, all right. It's funny
How?
how they're all on the same team while
No, he's going to
pretending
make
not to.
everyone into poverty, so therefore you'll have no grades of whether you're skint or not, because everybody's skint. So you'll go, well, I'm equally as shit as they are.
But that's part of the language because that's what Gates says. He says it will improve equality, and everyone goes, "Oh yeah, we want
Yeah,
equality." Well, not if we're all in the shit.
that's called that. That's called an Indian caste system. It means yes, you're equally as shit. We're equally as shit. Equality
Yeah,
Street.
we're
Ricky
equally shit.
Gervais spoke about Equality Street. That's basically what we're gonna be on. Ricky Gervais's Equality Street, where we're all just at the bottom holding up these wankers, and there's no even middle bit anymore. There used to be a middle
Oh,
bit.
the middle class has been fucking rinsed, mate.
Yeah, yeah,
Been rinsed. Um,
absolutely.
I'll
Any
tell you
more?
how they're being rinsed as well. They're being rinsed. This is my final one by Marks and Spencers.
Thinks about
So
that.
it's
Go on.
Christmas, mate, and people like a beef Wellington. I'm not a massive fan of a beef
I don't know what
Wellington,
that
but
is. Sounds like a fanny.
basically it's roast beef with like some kind of thing. Like there's a middle bit. I don't know what it is. Is it black pudding over it? Actually, no, it sounds fucking good if it is. But that over it, and then it's got like a pastry. So it's like a paste, like a fuck off sausage roll, basically. But it's called a beef Wellington. So how much do you think Marks and Spencers are charging for a beef Wellington for your Christmas
Oh,
dinner?
how big? Oh, Marks and Spencer's have always been
Well, it's
ridiculously
about that.
expensive.
It's about that big. So it's probably a bit bigger than a haggis.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't even know what one was till about 2 minutes ago. Go on.
195 quid.
Fuck off. I was going for about 15
195
quid.
quid for a beef Wellington that you have to cook yourself. Like they're not bringing it round your house, nicely cooked, carving it up, sticking it on, putting a bit of gravy on it, nice little bit of mustard on the side. They ain't doing that. You still got to cook it and clean up afterwards.
Yeah, both
I'd like to
ends.
cook it itself and walk itself home if it was 195 quid.
195 quid. And
It's
they'll
mad,
put
isn't it?
all those nice adverts out, and they always do the nice Christmas adverts where all the families are sitting around, and the passive aggressive ones in the background wandering around, going, "I don't really want to be part of Christmas." Then they eventually do because they see how nice Christmas is, and
Yeah.
that Satan Claus has bought them all their presents. I quite like Christmas because we've got kids. I'm not against it, but I understand what the the pagan roots of it all is. I do
Yeah.
get that.
I mean, I don't. I never liked Christmas. I'll be honest with you. Like I was a bit of a fucking Scrooge, really. Couldn't be asked with it. But yeah. Since I've had the girls, I get well into it.
Yeah, it's different. It's for
But
the
only for
kids.
them, for them. But if I didn't have kids, I wouldn't be bothered.
No, if I didn't have kids, I'd probably just sit in this room.
I'd just sit around the lounge getting pissed. But that's
Yeah.
Sunday, isn't it?
I think I'd come round your house and join you, to be honest,
Yeah,
guys.
I don't think
Yeah.
I'll be bothered. It never really did much for me. Even when I was like in my 20s, because I was gigging in those days and we were touring all the time, and like Friday night, Saturday night, you'd be out and about. Suddenly it was like, oh, there's this day where people just sit around and like hang out and eat and drink. I'm like, yeah, that's Wednesday, mate. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. It never really did it for me. It's
No.
Wednesday with tinsel. But
That's true.
but now since we've got kids, yeah, the magic is there. Although I've got to say, mate, I think Law's twigged.
Oh, do you think so? How old
I
is she now?
do. And
7.
7, yeah, I think
Yeah.
she's twigged. And because I remember I twigged before me and my sister twigged before we allowed mum and dad to know that we twigged.
Mm.
Because that way you can sort of ish, not that we had expensive taste, but you can kind of ask for what you want because you it's not like you've got to pay for it, mum. Like Father Christmas brings it, right?
So you just carry
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Law played that card on me and Jem. I
She
think I
asked you,
think
what did you?
Jem's not convinced. Jem thinks she thinks no, she still does believe in Father Christmas, and I'm like, I think she knows something, mate.
I ruined Christmas by telling Arthur what the foundation stories of Santa was. So
What Saturnalia and all that, and
yeah,
yeah, that'll do
come
it,
on,
mate.
man.
I've
I
not
got
gone there yet, mate.
yeah, I got that. Well, I'll give him a copy of my new book for Christmas.
There
So
you go. Read that, son.
no, he
Yeah.
loves it. He's down. He's got chicken pox at the moment. We're going through that.
Oh, mate. Well, it's good. They need it. Like it's there's lots of connections between childhood illnesses and building of your immune system to prevent stuff later on in life. So you have to get that shit.
Well, it makes sense to me. It's sparring, isn't it? So he's got it. I wouldn't be
Yeah, of course
surprised
it is.
Ollie
Working
gets
out a
it.
muscle, mate. It's working
Yeah.
out a muscle.
So
That's all
he's
it is.
chuffed. He's off school. But he keeps playing it up, going, "Oh, my throat hurts and oh, my head hurts." Arthur, you don't have to go to school till next Monday at the very least because you've got chicken pox everywhere. Oh, so he keeps forgetting because he hates school. He's not a big fan.
Yeah,
So,
I hated school as well, mate. I hated it. I hate authority. So someone in a moth-bitten sweater in front of me telling me what to do is not really in my list of favorite things. But yeah, I mean, my girls didn't get chickenpox too bad, But I remember being a kid, like everyone's petrified as shit, aren't they?
mm,
There were chickenpox parties and measles parties when I was a kid in the 80s, and I had a conversation with someone a while back, and they were going, "No, no, the measles parties didn't happen." I was like, "Yes, they fucking
they
did."
did,
And they
yeah.
were like, "No, they didn't." I'm going, "Yes, they fucking did."
You used to
One
bung your
kid got
key.
it. Everyone went round. Everyone got it at the same
That's
time. Everyone
it.
stayed at home. Fucking, chicken. Well, not me. I was veggie, but chicken soup and what's his face? Pat Sharp Funhouse or
That's
whatever.
it. Yeah,
And
yeah.
then,
The two girls he was having it off with.
everyone
Um,
got on with it.
I know someone who went on Pat Sharp's Funhouse. It was an ex-girlfriend of mine, and she said that she saw Pat Sharp getting off with the two of the twins behind the thing. She's not the sort of person to lie. She was actually a really nice lady. So I reckon he was having it both with them. But we had dogging pox parties. Because what you would do is the parents would bung all their keys in the bowl, literally fuck off for a couple of hours, and us lot would just share germs whilst they were sharing germs. And now I realise what it actually was because, we're quite astute in Norfolk sometimes. We just think, survival techniques kick in. How are we going to procreate at the same time that these little buggers are actually fighting off diseases? So we were quite well. Lots of drugs involved, both
That
parties.
happened on the Isle of Wight when I was a kid.
What do you mean?
So when I was a kid, I went to two middle schools because I wasn't really welcome in the first one after a while. So I went to two middle schools, but the town I grew up in had three. So there was a third middle school, Swanmore. I don't think it exists anymore, but well, it doesn't because they got rid of all the middle schools and made them comprehensives. But anyway, it was a middle school. So I obviously, because you're all playing football teams together and stuff. So kids from other schools. So I knew these kids. Anyway, it was parents' evening at Swanmore Middle School, right? So all the kids are in one room while the parents are off with the teachers, your kid's a bastard and all that sort of stuff, must try harder, whatever. When the parents came back in, all the kids were fucking each other. And I'm not even kidding, Rich. It made national news. It made national news. I remember it was an absolute scandal. And I remember being a kid finding it really funny. Like, what?
How old were you guys? Middle school.
Middle school, yeah. So we're talking like 12, 13-year-olds.
Oh my
Hence why it was
God.
national news. Let me try and see. Well, I mean, it's so fucking long ago. Would it even be in the would it even be in the
Jesus.
news? Let me try and find it.
What were you doing?
Oh, I wasn't there, mate. I didn't go to that school. I
Yeah, I
went
bet you would.
to Bishop Lovett and then I went to Mayfield Middle School. None of them exist. So Swanmore
You were
Middle.
wedged up against the window.
orgy. I'm going to be in trouble now, aren't I, if I
Yeah, of
search
course
that?
you are. Just do it on Charlotte's laptop. Wow. Mine was a joke, but
No, it was national news, mate. I
maybe I've
remember it.
got memories of. Maybe I've got some sort of genetic memory passed down of them situations into Norfolk. Maybe it
I
wasn't
can't.
Norfolk. Maybe I was born on the Isle of Wight and I can't bloody remember. I think I went to Great Ormond Street, but I really wasn't. I was just in the shopping centre on the Isle of Wight.
I can't search this, can I?
I wouldn't.
No. If anyone else wants to search it, Swanmore Middle School,
Gangbang.
um, gangbang. The kids were all having it off, and yeah, and the teachers and parents walked in and they were all having it. It's mad, isn't it? It's mad, isn't it?
Oh,
Like I remember being a kid going to school like the next day because obviously there's no internet and no mobile phone, so it's not like anyone's WhatsApping you. Fuck me,
yeah,
if you heard.
yeah.
We all arrive at school the next day and it's literally the talk of the playground. And they obviously start names and I recognise those names. I'm like, what, mate?
That
That's
is
mental.
that is cool. Yeah.
That's the Isle of Wight, mate.
There you go. That's an amazing story to end the week on. If they're getting traumatized by it, oh, you've paused now. We nearly got there in the end, didn't we?
You
Oh, there
frozen.
you are.
What time
You're
to
back.
freeze?
You're back. You're back.
We
Oh,
nearly got there, mate. We've had a nightmare.
we've had a nightmare. We're still there. We're still in there. What? Where can I get the CBD from before we die?
Head over to supremecbd.uk, use the code WTAF, you get 40% off everything. What middle school should they go
Oh,
to if they want a weird fucking sex orgy?
wow. We're getting there. We're gonna go through with this, and they can go over to iconic.com and go to the middle school there and find yourself all of the content there.
Persevere.
We're gonna get there. Look at this. This is awful. See you in a week's time.
Horror show.
Fucking hell.
Just fucking quit while you're ahead. See you later.
See you later.
See you later. Bye.